It's Clobbering Time! In this video, I'll be showing you how to play the Thing in Marvel Rivals. In this ultimate guide, I'll be showing off some tips and tricks on how you can get the most out of the Thing's kit. Now, his main attack there does 40 damage per punch, and it attacks twice quickly, so you can do roughly about 80 damage in this little burst. But the true power is his stone punch here, which does 90 damage with a little bit of a charge up, and it can pierce through targets, as you can see there, and it can delete multiple enemies at a time. So that is one of his best abilities. He also gets 50 extra over health when he's doing this attack here, so you get a little extra protection. Not sure why he gets the extra over health, but it's there, so it's nice to have. But for the most part, his combo is you want to start with this attack, and then you can get 2 attacks in that's going to kill most squishies. Now, it's all about timing your attacks. Like, if you see someone like Magic who's teleporting away, sometimes it's best to charge your attack for when they come out of their portal, because then you're going to be able to hit them versus not hitting them whatsoever. The thing is, however, the Thing is really squirrely. He moves around really quickly because he has this Yancey Street charge, which he can use, and then he can create this area on the ground here, which is going to damage targets over time and prevent them from using their movement and mobility effects. But he also has this jump here, the embattled leap, which lets him jump around, give a 30% damage negation for 3 seconds on himself and whoever you jump to. So this is his way of getting around and being really squirrely. It has a quick recharge time of 3 seconds, so you can continue to jump around and get that back really fast. Or I guess it's a 10-second cooldown. A 3-second cooldown between them, but 10 seconds to recharge that ability. So you can get it back pretty quickly, and in that time you're going to go in, brawl away, and if you need to get that, if you need that out, you can run away, go into combat again with this here, and go right to smashing. So the Hulk, or the Thing, his big hit is he's not able to get crowd controlled by most movement and mobility. So like the Wolverine's ability, where he is able to lift up whoever he's attacking, he actually can't do that with the Thing. However, you still can get hit with Luna's freeze, you can get hit with Mantis's stun, you can get hit by Penny's ropes, you can get hit by Squirrel Girl's ability as well that can bind people. So you're not perfectly invincible to crowd control like some people were saying before he got released. So yeah, you do have to be mindful of taking care of that. But his ultimate is actually really good too. So with his ultimate, it's Clobbering Time! You can stun them for up to 2.5 seconds there, which lets you get a few extra hits in. So if you time this right, you can actually go in and then take people out pretty fast afterwards. So it's really nice in that regard, because you got so much mobility to get into prime positioning, so you can run here. Now, this attack is really hard to line up properly, but you're going to see here, if you drop down your ultimate there, and you line up these attacks properly, you can get a couple extra knockouts in really quickly with him. So as a bruiser brawler style tank, you just want to get into the face of whatever tank you're fighting against and fight them. The tank's job is to protect its healers, so if you see someone trying to dive your healers, you can go and jump back to them and then protect them and keep them safe like that. But you want to create space for your team as a tank, so as the Thing, you want to get up in their face and just start punching. And if you can occupy the attention of 1 or 2 of their tanks while your healers are just healing you, you're going to be doing a lot of good for your team. So the Thing is all about just being a disruptor. His great mobility actually lets him be a bit of a nuisance, because he's got this here with the 10-second cooldown, and then it creates this area here which will cause people to not take crowd control, or not get their mobilities, and whenever they don't have mobility, they're going to take that damage over time, because it'll do a bit of damage there too. So with the Thing, he also has that team up with Invisible Woman, so you can empower yourself here with this, and it'll give you extra health as you take damage. So anytime that you take damage, you'll recover it upwards of 100 extra health. So that can be really nice for just increasing your overall survivability, because while he does have 700 health, it is nice to just get that extra temporary health there just to help with survivability a bit. But for the most part, you want to get in, brawl, be squirrely, move around a lot, be annoying to the enemy, and if you need to dip out, you got 2 great mobility moves with this here and this charge attack. So you want to use a combination of both of those to really mess with the enemy, and you should have a really good time with the Thing. But I'll show off what this ends up looking like in actual gameplay here. The thing is a disruptor, so you want to get to their backline if possible and then start attacking their healers, because the less healers they have, obviously the better you're going to get on a push. So we were able to win this game just because we were just constantly annoying their healers, and that made all the difference in the world. So that is DPS job, but as a tank, if they were only going against one other tank there, so that made our job a little bit easier if you have 2 tanks. But the thing is great for just getting in there and punching people in the face. That's literally what you have to do when you're playing as him, because that piercing attack is really nice. But the mobility that he has there, you saw I was able to jump in and then get into prime positioning so that I could go ahead and attack their characters here. So that was what worked best. I should have went right for Luna there. Unfortunately, she was being a bit more slippery to deal with, but we got her in the end, so that's what's important. But all the great mobility that the thing has allows you to get right into the combat very quickly. And if you have a diver like Spider-Man or Venom that's making their way in, you can follow their suit with your ability to give them a damage negation as well, which makes this even better. I also found the team up with Hulk works very well too, so you can go with something like that. But that slam attack is going to deal damage over time. You can see there, it stopped everyone from doing their movement abilities there, so I was able to get some clean hits off on the enemy, which made all the difference in the world. And we were able to get a big win here just because of that. So in this game, you can throw Wolverine around similar to Hulk, and it's really nice because you can throw him and then follow up by bouncing towards him and giving him a damage negation buff, so that's really good. Wolverine also has a damage negation himself, so that's even better because you can continually buff him up. But you can see here, I was just chasing down the thing, and sometimes if you need some extra range, going with that charge punch can work very well, because otherwise you may just miss them if you're going for your normal punch attack, because the range isn't the greatest on it, whereas the range on your charge attack there is 8 meters, but you get pushed forward 3 meters, so it's roughly like 11 meters of range. So with that, you can get some pretty close attacks. Now, our ultimate is one of the best as the thing. As far as Vanguard ultimates go, I think Magneto's is probably the best, but being able to stun that many people for that long is actually really good. 2.5 seconds is enough time for your DPS to be able to headshot and reduce them to nothing, so that is one of the best, I think, ultimates, I would say, as far as Vanguards go. And you just want to get in there and find the right path. Now, his ultimate does have a pretty long range. You can go upwards of 18 meters, so that is quite a long range away, but it also has a pretty wide path here. Now, with the thing, you're a brawler, so you want to go after tanks if there is a lot of tanks there. But if you ever get a chance to go and find a healer, all it takes is 1 charge punch and then 2 of your normal punches, and you'll take them out. So here's a really nice triple kill I got with my ultimate there, so I was able to get one of them. Or there's the first knockout, actually. And then I was able to get Doctor Strange while he was shielding, and then finished off this Wanda there. So yeah, the thing's ultimate is pretty powerful, but for the most part, you do want to be using it sparingly and use it at the best moment possible. If you see a large group of enemies in an area, don't use it on a single one. But you saw there I was using the team up with Invisible Woman, which gives you that over health, which is super useful. Another thing, if you do your sprinting attack there while Jeff is doing his ultimate, you can get away without getting swallowed. So anytime you hear that, just start running and you'll be fine. So that's a nice counter at least. Now in this game, we were getting stomped pretty hard, but like there was me using my ultimate right at the start because we were just getting hit really hard. Unfortunately, Adam Warlock used Soul Bond, so I wasn't able to take out anyone there because they all were getting healed equally. But then he made the silly blunder of trying to use his ultimate there, and I was able to take him out, and then we broke them. Now, you want to try and stagger them as much as possible, so sometimes it's just all about going after their healers and just harassing the healers, because here you can see that Penny tried to go and harass me for doing that, and we were able to take them out because they didn't have any heals. And here's me taking out their other healers, so that was a pretty funny shot. With the thing, you want to be jumping around a lot, as I mentioned, so being squirrely. You want to get in, start punching them. If you can take out a healer, perfect. If not, just focus on staying alive, using your 2 mobility attacks, or 2 mobility abilities, and getting away. But for the most part, you got some pretty solid damage, so you want to get in there and punch. So let me know if this helped, and hit the subscribe button below. It's clobbering time, and I'll see you all in the next video.